Hello everyone and welcome back. If you haven't taken a break, then thank you for standing by. I'm hopefully all set up to go to Thief right now. Let me see if I can get this to work smoothly. Yeah. At least on my side, things are looking good, looking good. Let me know if everyone can see everything and if everything is running smoothly. Give me feedback on the sound levels as well. And give me feedback on the stream quality settings if everything's okay. Now, to give you a little bit of an insight into what we're going to play. This is Thief Deadly Shadows, the third game in the Thief series. It was made by Ironstorm as well. It's available on GOG.com right now during their Square Enix library sale. And I've got the game running with a few mods. I've got a few mods that I've downloaded off the internet from, I don't know, some places. I think ModDB, most of them, from moddb.com. And the mods were just meant to, A, allow the game to run properly in full screen, 1080p, because it doesn't do so by default. Fix the FOV for when running it at that resolution. I installed a texture pack, but to be honest, I don't see that much of an improvement. I think it's John P's texture pack, but I didn't go with the full texture pack, just some things here and there. Raibendo, I think you'd be best if you just... I can try to send you the links, yeah. Let me just see if I can get this going quickly. Here's the link to one of the widescreen mods. Here's the link to the entire list of mods, and here's a link to something special that's not done yet, from what I understand. Hope the game doesn't crash right now. Yep, it didn't crash. So, guys, the first link is for the widescreen mod. The second link is for like the entire ModDB database for Thief Deadly Shadows. And the third link is for something special. It's a huge mod that is meant to take the game and remove all of the loading screens that come at the middle point between levels. Because Thief Deadly Shadows and Deus Ex Invisible War were both designed to work on the original Xbox, which was a limited console in terms of the technology available there, they're not running as great as they can on PC, and they've got some missteps here and there. For example, in Invisible War, there's like 1 million loading screens per level and per mission. In Deadly Shadows, they reduced that to, I think, 1 loading screen per level per mission, so that's just 1 loading screen in the middle, and you can go through, you know, part 1 of the mission and then part 2 in terms of areas. And this mod, the latest, the one called Thief Deadly Shadows Gold, is meant to actually remove that loading screen and give you a seamless hub entire mission. That's pretty badass. I don't think it's done yet. They have plans to include that mod in other things that are a work in progress right now. And now I'm going to open this up to the chat and to ask you guys, would you like me to play the tutorial for Deadly Shadows? It's much shorter than the one for Deus Ex. Or should I just jump straight into a save game that I have prepared from the first mission? I can assure you the tutorial for Deadly Shadows is much shorter, and it's also pretty... There's some pretty cool tips and tricks that you might not know of available there in the tutorial. So let me know. I would like to hear your feedback. And I hang around here for a few seconds. LibLast72 says straight into the game. Right, Bendo, there is a huge list of mods for Thief Deadly Shadows right now available on the internet. Tyron is asking that wasn't the tutorial just one small building. Yeah, it was, but there's some pretty nifty things in there, and there's some useful tips and tricks if you're playing the game on a harder difficulty. You know what, guys, I'm gonna run through the tutorial right quick. John P's texture pack that I installed over the original game has added a new background for the main menu, has added some different textures for Garrett and his outfit. It's supposed to be inspired more by his outfit from the Thief the Dark project. Has removed some of the loot glint, like if you had something that you could pick up or use during the game, it would have this massive bluish glow, much like in the brand new Thief from 2014. And the texture pack removes that and makes things a bit more hardcore.
Heartless Perry, a nobleman named Lord Julian, had some sort of quarrel and showed up at a local inn well after nightfall and in a foul mood. He's carrying a velvet bag about the size of a man's fist, and it never leaves his sight. Sounds likely to be valuable. I'll know for sure when I steal it from him. Perry sent over a floor plan of the place, the Blue Heron Inn. Finding his lordship won't be hard. His room number will be in the guest register, if I can get to the front desk to read it. The inn will have guards, but not as many as a private estate. That should make things easy, which is one of the reasons I'm willing to try it without knowing for sure what the take will be. Lord Julian is so protective of that bag. There's got to be something of value in it.
Guys, just... Jordy Jones, so the game is too low? In terms of volume? School of Mike, sorry buddy, don't have a save game to jump directly to the Shellbridge Cradle. That is one badass hardcore mission, and I plan to do something for that. Okay, thank you for the feedback on the volume. Let me do that. What's happening? Last time when I played Neo Scavenger, like my voice was too low, the game was too loud. Right now is the other way around. Let me just go into new game again and see if you can hear the game much better this time.
I got a tip last night from my fence. Heartless Perry. A nobleman named Lord Julian had some sort of quarrel and showed up at a local inn well after nightfall and in a foul mood. He's carrying a velvet bag about the size of a man's fist, and it never leaves his sight. Sounds likely to be valuable. I'll know for sure when I steal it from him. Perry sent over a floor plan of the place, the Blue Heron Inn. Finding his lordship won't be hard. His room number will be in the guest register, if I can get to the front desk. And get to the front desk to read it. The inn will have guards, but not as many as a private estate. That should make things easy, which is one of the reasons I'm willing to try it without knowing for sure what the take will be. Lord Julian is so
Guys, I think I've raised the volume to the maximum I think I can get it at. I don't know why today the sounds are low, but in previous streams the sounds were like my voice was too low, and now my voice is at max and the game is too low. Welcome to the training mission, blah blah blah. Let me see if I can do something from the menu. Everything is at max. Here we go. Like, if you remember, if anyone has played the game before, in the regular game, these indicators for the tutorial will be brightly lit. John P's texture pack removes all of that. And a little bit of advice: if you want to record or play this game on Twitch using Open Broadcaster, make sure you're not using any multi-sampling settings in the menu, otherwise the game will run like crap. And make sure that you're using Open Broadcaster with administrator rights, otherwise it won't want to detect the game properly. At least that's what I read online getting prepared for today. Okay, must learn to use stealth. I'm going to just move along.
That's the key. Deal your hand first. The other guy might not ever get his chance at all.
Yep, wouldn't let this guy go. Couldn't, wouldn't, shouldn't. Oi, Greg111, you lost Deus Ex buddy, but it will be up on my own YouTube channel probably tomorrow, not today. I don't think the upload will be done today. Some guards will be on patrols. Yes, yes, yes. We all know. We saw Thief. I'm trying to get as quickly as possible through this part. Gaming one man. Actually, I think Thief is the most forgiving game in terms of... Yeah, damn it, doesn't let me do that. It's the most forgiving game in terms of stealth. Any Thief game, actually. Someone asked what my opinion is of the brand new 2014 Thief game. To be honest with you, I haven't played a lot of it, but I think it's a game that was... like, for example, Deadly Shadows was rated lower than the original 2 because it suffered from technical issues which hampered its design. It wasn't as good because it couldn't be as good because it was meant to work on the original Xbox, and not. It wasn't thus able to fully use the resources of a PC. The 2014 game was, I think, hurt by intentional design decisions. They were struggling to make a game that was more in tune to, let's say, people who wouldn't be fans of Thief, but actually more towards people who would be fans of less hardcore stealth games. You know, they wanted to make it as open as possible. Let's have them do this and that and this and that. And I don't have a problem with some of the stuff. Like, for example, people complained about the fighting, that you can fight in the game, you can fight in any of the Thief games. Is the fact that they remove the open worldness, the choice of direction and paths that you could take, and the order in which you could do objectives and stuff. They made it too linear and too constrained. Dishonored is an awesome game, and it's made, and by the way, Memories in 8-bit, I mentioned this, the lead designer for Thief Deadly Shadows, Harvey Smith, was also the lead designer for Deus Ex Invisible War and for Dishonored, in case you didn't know that. Here's an interesting trick you can do here in the game. The game tells you to pick up water arrows from this box, on top of this box, and use them to put out that light. But what happens is these water arrows respawn indefinitely. So right now I've got 10 water arrows, and let me just wait for a while. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, all the way up to 25, which is the max. And I think this carries over into your next mission. So this is a nice little trick that you can use to sort of fool the game. Let me know if right now the game the stream is running well enough for you guys, and if you can hear the game a bit better than before. I think it's maybe Open Broadcaster not working properly. Yes, mantling it's called. It's not called climbing. It's called mantling, and it's an ancient Thief tradition. Man, I have to say, this game, for when it came out, the graphics, the lighting, the atmosphere, the sound design, I know it doesn't have the same sort of freedom of movement that the original two Thief games had, but for me, this is a true Thief game, and it still is a fantastic game that everyone should just play. New upgrade is the lockpicks. Guys, I consider Dishonored to be moral, let's say, from a design perspective, a continuation of the Thief games. I played Dishonored, I didn't play the DLC, but I played Dishonored on very hard and got ghosts on all the maps. It took me about half a year, I think, or something ridiculous like that, because I can only play the game during weekends, and I loved it. I loved every bit of it. And I think the new Thief game is not a bad game, it's just not as good as these old games. And look at that guy go all Cirque du Soleil. And here's one thing that they added into Deadly Shadows, which it does not exist in the other games, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Third-person view. Actually, I think they implemented it quite well. I don't think it hurts the Thief series, the Thief series all that much, because they included this. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Lord Julian. Wouldn't do to have anyone think he was just Julian.
The biggest mistake they made with the new Thief game was that they were sort of like, well, it's a sequel, but it's also a reboot. It sort of continues exactly from where the end of Deadly Shadows leaves off. For those who don't know, the first cutscene from the first Thief game, The Dark Project, okay, wherein Garrett finds that keeper in the crowd, is directly connected to the last cutscene from Thief Deadly Shadows, giving the series a sort of a feeling of being one big story. And that final cutscene of Deadly Shadows is, at least in part, continued in the new Thief, where when you start the game, Garrett has that girl he goes on the mission with. They messed up the details and they kind of ignored the bigger plot points of Deadly Shadows, which is stupid. I don't know why they did that. They didn't have Stephen Russell back as Garrett, which is, Tyron, I agree, the new Garrett is Batman, and I don't like that. I wish I had the possibility to grab onto that and swing from the chandelier, like the music says, like the song says. There's nothing up here, just a locked door. By the way, if you feel the character is moving around strangely, that's because it has something called body awareness, meaning look at the character move when I turn. See, the legs move differently from... He doesn't control like a giant floating camera. He controls more like a mech or a tank, meaning that the head and the feet and the arms have sort of different geometrics and skeletal designs, which is pretty badass. What I said about the jumping texture packs, in the original game this would glow really, really brightly. This has just a subtle loot glint on top of it. Why can I... Yep, okay, and Azurm keeps an eye out, and now I can pick it up. We got 1% of the loot. And here's one cool thing, when you can press against walls to be even more hidden, but it doesn't work unless you're in the shadows. Don't know why they made you do this in a brightly lit up hallway. It doesn't really work here. Also, yeah, I know the camera is a bit juddery, stuttery. I don't know why that is. It's just something that it happens right now on this gaming session. Here's a noisemaker arrow. Oh my god!
What's that noise?
I farted.
Still there, are you? Don't worry, I'll be finding it.
50% of the loot. Memories in 8-bit. Thanks for watching, buddy. See you around. Keep warm, buddy, because it's getting colder and colder, at least where I live. Some things don't work out as expected. Lord Julian isn't here. Of course he isn't. Find a clue. Yeah. My friend and honored Lord Julian. I will meet you in the Lancaster room tonight. Yes, okay.
His lordship has gone for a walk. Can't have gone far.
My objective was initially to steal Lord Julian's velvet bag from his room, but I gotta find the bastard right now. And here's another thing. You can finish this mission with 100% loot. If you do exactly what I did right now, which I went into the room, it told me Julian wasn't here, and then go back. And this is where the guard should be, but he's left in the meantime. And you have to open this chest, and you get 75% loot. That's how you get 100%. Now that's one angry looking, I think that's a lady, but I'm not sure. But that's a one ugly, not ugly, angry looking portrait. Like, I see you stealing my stuff. I really see you.
I'm bloody...
Lord Julian is down there, sitting near the fire, talking to someone. Have to steal the purse.
Cubis. Let him come, that's what I say.
5 picked men. My lord. 5 picked men with me, and we cut our way through. He's your swift. The bloodline opal should rightfully be mine.
If I may, my lord, I can help you. I know the castle.
Who's hit me?
Ah, crap.
What could you know?
That didn't work.
Every evening after sunset, the supply wagon comes through that gate and into the courtyard. And no one looks twice. Arrange for your men to be inside one evening.
And then we cut our way through. 5 good men against 20. And my accursed cousin.
My lord,
Thought I heard something.
Yeah, you didn't. Shut up.
into the castle from the courtyard. I can open it for you when you give me the signal. The torch in the lion's head sconce.
And 100% loot, baby.
Lion's head torch. Yes. And when I reach the vault and hold the bloodline opal, I will take my place as head of the family. The Lady Elizabeth will be waiting. Even now she'll be flattering him, giving me time to return.
Only the medallion is the only key, my lord. You must keep hold of it.
You forget Lord Ember has another. I hear he guards it with his life.
My lord, I wish only for peace in the household.
The opal is mine. I won that bet, Morris. I won it.
Ooh, the Members in 8-Bit will be live on Twitch for the New Year's Eve. Good luck.
He's blinded me.
Close one. But I've still got the goods.
Yep, we're
Nothing like mixing in society, especially if it comes with good loot. The velvet bag turned out to hold a bronze medallion stamped with a griffin. Valuable enough, but more interesting was the conversation I overheard between Lord Julian and the cook. Especially the part about a huge opal and a conspiracy for stealing it. I'd hate to have anyone but me get a stone like that. But I need a better idea where to start looking. If I show the medallion to my fence, I'm sure he'll know more. Heartless Perry always does.
that was it for the training. Pretty swift, pretty easy, pretty nice.
My fence take a look at Lord Julian's medallion. Perry says the crest belongs to the Rutherfords, one of the oldest so-called great families, with a castle in South Quarter and a street named after them. They've got a lot of wealth and a nasty reputation for turning on each other. Based on that conversation I overheard, Julian is definitely carrying on the family tradition. Lord Ember, Julian's cousin, currently resides in the castle, and Julian wants revenge. Julian had a good plan. Hide inside a supply cart and ride in after dark. Then signal the cook to open the side door by putting out the lion's head torch in the courtyard. A good enough plan for me to use myself. That bloodline opal sounds valuable, and it's better off with me than sitting around in their vault. But I can't get lazy. Ember will have his personal guard, and doubtless a few other family tricks in store for anyone who comes after the opal.
So I've got 25 water arrows, health potions, and flash bombs. Okay, let's do this. By the way, guys, if I understood your conversation correctly, GOG has essentially given us all the green light to upload our streams to our own YouTube channels. At least that's how I understood. At least that's what they told me, that I can record my live streams and upload them to my YouTube channel, no problem. So you can always find mine on there.
George. Now to give the signal.
Let me check something for a second, please.
Quiet tonight.
It's the rain earlier. Everyone's gone in.
I'm not gonna give the signal just yet.
They doubled the watch.
This castle's as old as South Quarter. See the way the stone is? Pulled off an army. Probably has.
You really think so?
Who knows? It's an old part of town. Streets are all different here, like Aldale or Stone Market.
What do you know about it?
I could have been in the city watch. I knew it that well. I could find my way around blind.
Bet you've seen things.
You wouldn't believe it. Saw a rat once as big as a dog. I saw a man dead in the street without his skin.
Come on, who'd take somebody's skin?
Could be... Nah, I won't say it. Nobody knows the whole city. How old it is, how many times it's been built over. Not the Hammerites, nobody.
Ooh, a guy without his skin sounds like Neo Scavenger right there.
It's out. I hope that cook is as good as his word.
Yep, he was.
Lights must be broke. I can't work in the dark.
And that guy carrying the torch.
Lord Julian was pretty angry. You see his face
So
when he walked
will
out?
you be.
My bloody hell! Come on, who's over there?
No one. I put your light out. Because I hate you. That light. Walking around. They won't find me. I'll already be inside. Stealing your stuff. Yeah, thank you for the feedback, guys. On the loudness, I changed something. Let me take it back to 70. Let me know how this works for you. Let's read this. Cousin Ember's efforts to protect the opal go beyond reasoning. He's installed a new portcullis in the cellar in front of the vault door. As for the mechanism that controls it, my men have searched everywhere with no results. Everywhere but Ember's own chambers, that is. If you find out anything, let me know. Ember readies himself for Julian's return. He keeps his Rutherford medallion always nearby, and not just because of its value in gold. Lady Elizabeth must have sensed what is coming. I'm sure you've noted her absence as well. As for us, we must play to whomever is the victor. Our time will come. Above all, beware, Cousin C. Faux Dragoon, bye buddy. Say hi to your kid. And happy holidays. Sneaky, sneaky. Hoping I don't mess this up. Let me save. Such flexibility. But the ladies love that. Only 4% of the loot so far. Kind of gives you a hint of how much stuff there is to steal in this mission. It's actually at least 40% of the loot. So the objectives in terms of loot get more difficult the more you play the game. The more you play the game, the harder the difficulty setting you choose. So if you go for expert, it will be like 100% of the loot or something like that, and that's gonna make it really tricky. Oh crap, this is a useless cup. It's not loot. Let's quietly drop it in here where that guard can hear me. Peekaboo! You can see I can see you. You're drunk and you have an eye patch. I'm betting the reason you have an eye patch is because you're used to being more drunk than sober. Oh. Hello. Yeah, the blackjack in Deadly Shadows is different from the one in Dark Project and Metal Age. It requires a bit more finessing. Come on. Someone could use this soundbite and do sort of a remix. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Put you in here with the other guy. No problemo. Rothkeen, that's essentially what the objective that you get for the higher difficulty settings. This doesn't say anything about restrictions. See, I have none. Because I'm playing it on a normal difficulty setting. I'm hoping to maybe just get through this mission during this play session. Yeah. Ooh, Bendy. Elastic Man travels to the past to join forces with Garrett the Thief. Nope, not this way. I'm already lost. I'm a man, I don't use a map. I run around like crazy for 2 hours, missing the door I came in. Oh man, that arm position there, that's not good, buddy. That's gonna hurt in the morning. Yeah, Gaming One Man, I like to have fun with games. I don't necessarily go for, like, I'm not an achievement hunter. Sometimes that annoys me because I tend to play a game, and I played the recent Tomb Raider, and there's a full Let's Play on my YouTube channel, and it's like, hey, you finished the game and you only got 72% of all the stuff that you could do. And I went, well, I finished the game, the story is done. What did I miss? And it's like a bunch of collectibles. Here's one of them. Like when this game came out, this guy was the most challenging. Because he's walking around with his own torch. Which makes him a total badass.
something.
Yep, that was a dance move. A fall flat on your face move. Let's put him right here because every single other alcove had a statue. Come on, Garrett. Set him up here. Yeah, see. Very statuesque. Hey, Gaming One Man, you sounded like there's a bunch of characters in the game called, I think the rat people or something like that, and the sneaky thief, you comes into our lair. That's exactly what you sounded like there, buddy. Yeah, stealth games on the hardest difficulty setting, unless you're an expert at them and know them by heart, aren't really good for streaming. It's really annoying that your motion is very limited. When you're carrying a buddy. Gaming One Man, I also like to play the game to get as much of the things that are available in the game, but here's the catch. I like it when the additional stuff is side quests and missions and things, and not picking up gold coins or something like that, which doesn't really gel with me when it comes to a game like Tomb Raider, for example. Ooh, let's save. Yeah, I know I can quick save, but I don't remember what the hotkey for that is, and I don't want to mess it up. Break the stream or something. Got this guy as well. Man, this game brings back a heck of a lot of memories. Yeah, I also save a lot when I play, you know, the games on my own. I don't do it because I don't think it's because we're bad, Gaming One Man. I think it's because we're cautious. Yeah, DM Kaiser, that's how I feel as well, buddy. Like, if I have to spend hours upon hours hunting down collectibles, I get tired of the game to the point where I don't really want to finish the story, which is my favorite thing in games. Can I make it through here? I think so. It looks like I could. Hello, wobbly man. It's so funny that they don't notice the giant shadow. Let's quickly switch to third-person view. I am carrying unconscious bodies all the livelong day. What the hell was that noise? Ah! Such a fleshy, disgusting noise. I don't think they're dead, but that's a ridiculously loud and fleshy noise. Let's not wake up the sleeping man. All guards take note. The portcullis has been installed in the basement in front of the Rutherford vault as added protection for the bloodline opal. Only Lord Ember has the ability to open the portcullis. Lord Ember expects his cousin Julian to try for the gem soon. Be on watch for anything suspicious. Capitan Williams. And this opens and closes that door here at the front. Well, the front, at the top here, which we opened with that water arrow. Speaking of Just Cause 2, because I see it being mentioned in the chat, I picked up that game only because I wanted to play the insane free multiplayer mod, and it's more insane than fun for me. Now guys, do you ever have trouble sleeping? Do you snore and speak in your sleep and have bad dreams? Yes, listen to this guy. Oh yeah. How many times haven't we seen something like this? Huh? A bit earlier on, he was also talking in his sleep. Right now, he's only snoring, and I wanted him to speak. Come on, dude, say something. Well, one thing to get rid of that is a blackjack to the head. Sleeping like a baby. To keep an eye out for that loot. Don't want to miss anything. Yeah, Tyron, I also have a habit of buying games that I never then get the chance to actually play. I don't like myself for doing that, but not much I can do about it, it seems. Man, with all these awesome sales on places like GOG and others, I'm not gonna say that I don't buy games in other places. I do, especially when a game is not available on GOG. But with all these games that are available everywhere, and with all the sales that are taking place so often, it's like very easy to get into like into the hundreds of games owned on everywhere. Diesoft, I recommend you get Thief 2, buddy, because it's available right now on GOG.com on a sale, and besides the fact that it is an awesome game, you can also download for free Thief T2X Shadows of the Metal Age. Let me see if I can link you guys to that. Okay, guys, that is a fan-made game built on the Thief 2 engine, and you can run it, including in the Thief 2, the Metal Age version from GOG. Okay, and you can run it as a fan mission. There's a bit of a tutorial on that. You can find information on the community part of GOG on how to get that running, and it's just absolutely amazing how much stuff they could put into a fan-made thing. You know what I mean? A fan-made, completely free thing. The awesome thing about Thief 1 and Thief 2 also is the fact that there's a huge community online posting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fan-made missions that give you, I think, 1 million game hours if you add them all up, and I'm not joking there. Also, keep an eye out for, let me link you to that as well, just a second. You should also get that, the Dark mod. It started out as a mod, but right now it's standalone, and it's a... the Dark mod is, how can I put this? It's a game that is like Thief, doesn't have the same sort of... has a similar universe, but doesn't use the same characters and such. It's built on the Doom 3 engine, so it looks pretty nifty. A bit better even than Deadly Shadows, if you, depending on your tastes. And also it's based around the idea that you download missions and play them, and the missions aren't necessarily interconnected. But it's also pretty cool. So the Dark mod is free, it's standalone. It works pretty well. It just maybe some hiccups here and there, but I highly recommend that. Nestor, I've had the Sergeant at Arms sacked again. The Gilded Helm you won at the Summer's Day tourney has gone missing. Did Julian take it? It's worth quite a bit. Sentimental value aside, Bertram. Well, it isn't just me who'll be stealing your shit. Sneaky. Can I steal this? Nah, I can't steal that. Ooh, it's hard for luck. There being, yeah. How do I move this? I knew about this, but I don't know how to move this. I use my dagger? Oh yeah, there we go. DM Kaiser asks me what I prefer, coffee or tea. Coffee in the morning, tea anytime else. But I do like to start my mornings with a nice cup of coffee. I don't drink any sort of coffee. I'm not sort of that much of a coffee drinker to the point where I would drink it all the time, but sometimes it's good. Depending on how it's made. Lord Mortimer Rutherford the Mad. Well, come on, I knew I could take this. I think I... Yeah, here we go. Yep. Objective complete, what? Ah, find at least one special loot item, okay. Lord Green Tea, well, of course tea is best in your opinion, buddy. You're nicknamed it right there, it says it. Hashburger 420. I drink a lot of vanilla cola. Buddy, I like cherry cola myself. Vanilla cola, not that much. And we're having some stream problems. Why are we having stream problems? Nope. We're back. DM Kaiser likes trains. Buddy, can you drink a train? Yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to pause the stream, I think. I'm getting it loading. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see everything okay, or is it buffering for you as well? Let me know. I'll stand right here until you guys give me that feedback. Oh, everybody's saying it's good, so I'm not gonna stop anything and I'm gonna keep on playing. Yeah, I have to watch my own stream to see if it works, and I'm seeing it buffer and buffer and buffer, and I'm hoping it's not the same thing for you guys. So we're getting close to the loot objective. I love the sounds in this game, the ambience. It seems to be... I mean, it's so creepy and unsettling. Let's go down here. Although this is meant for later. Hey, it's a Vlad stream. Well, that sounds a bit naughty. But I'm all up for naughty.
The Rutherford family vault. That opal is as good as mine.
Not really, Garrett. We don't have the key.
Ah, whoops, forgot to get the key. God damn it, I said that to the people on the live stream. I had to go find the key, made a fool of myself. Ah, shucks.
Hey, what's in the box? Man, there's a reason why these games are my favorite games of all time. Like, I can't have one favorite game of all time. I have 3. All of the Thief games. Of the first 3 Thief games. I can't speak on... in regards to the 4th game. Let's go into the other half of the mission here. Because I haven't played the 4th Thief game. Well, I consider Shadows of the Metal Age to be the 4th Thief game. In my opinion.